Sometimes I get the feeling that people believe that there were halcyon times when things were so much better and that we've fallen into darkness in these days. And I think exactly the opposite is the case. I study history, and through recorded history, we can't really say for sure about mythological times. Recorded history, there's been a trajectory of human evolution and how it's been reflected in politics, economics, and religion. So, say 3,500 years ago, about all over the world, um, religion was mostly animal sacrifice and even human sacrifice, and this was the case in South America and in the Middle East, Judaism, and in Hinduism even began with these sacrifices where animals were sacrificed. And eventually, humanity evolved out of those times. And spirituality has evolved as well. Even shamanism used to really have a focus on, like, making sure the hunt was good or curing a physical disease. And the deep mysticism of the East was really about escaping samsara, escaping the cycle of rebirth in this physical world, because the physical world was hard. The life expectancy averaged like 45 years. You could die of anything. And starvation was common. Your existence was not guaranteed. And throughout history, except for some little halcyon and not well documented small places among the globe, women had no rights, and slavery was common, and people were ruled by kings who amassed even a greater concentration of wealth than we see today. So, when we look back at things, it's hard to judge how something is by the ancient standards. Why did Thomas Jefferson have slaves? Why did religion prohibit all these things with these uptight rules? And religion is always co-opted by politics as well. You know, when the people believe in something, then the money and the power come in and use it to maintain their power. So mysticism, knowing yourself, knowing the spirit, has always been a little hidden away part of the religious spiritual milieu of most cultures, sometimes even secret. Humans have evolved. We know the secrets of the atom now. Women have rights. Slavery has been manipulated into an economic kind of domination, and war is no longer acceptable to just invade a country and then it's yours. You have to make an excuse to invade your country. So it's not all the way better, but we're moving in this direction, and we know deeper about our world. And human life expectancy and health is better, even though we eat junk food. And a shift you'll see is the deeper spirituality is no longer just about escaping the world and transcending into some like absolute consciousness. What we had was a fear and denial of the divine feminine, of feeling and nature, and the world is also a part of this divine feminine. So now people are also healing their emotions and healing their relationship with nature and the life around us. And so this is a greater integration of spirituality that doesn't mean that they were wrong at that time. Um, we're only capable of so much in general, and these are new times, and while the deep inner knowing is still relevant and those techniques can be invaluable, we're also called to clear up our emotional self and clear our relationship with the world. And the world can be a beautiful place to enjoy and to create, and we can make it better, but making it better is a reflection of who we are within. And if we don't change our collective evolution, who we are within, then our wounds, our greed, our fear just become reflected in some corruption of the politics, of the religion, of the spirituality. So open yourself to a new paradigm of spirituality where now you can know yourself directly. That's another change. Back in these older times, you had to do so much yoga and so much meditation and so much isolation to purify your mind to be clear enough to apprehend that you're not the content of your thoughts, that you are this pure consciousness beyond the stream of thinking about yourself. And now people's minds are much more subtle and tuned to subtler things. So you can just know yourself. You can see your existence at the root of your thinking and at the root of your love. And once you realize your true being, you still have to clean up the mess that you've made in your heart, in your emotions, in your mind throughout your life. But we're in a new era now where self-realization can come quicker than these years of practice that the old paradigm required. So I guess what I'm saying is, we're in new times, new possibilities, and we can navigate something very beautiful together, and let's embrace that. May you be yourself and love.